Hello everybody and welcome to your new moon New Year's ritual box, your moon box. I hope it's arrived safe and that you're ready to jump in and enjoy this really special time that's been set out just for you, or if you're doing it with a partner, with the intention of calling in the highest timeline for your 2022 and just really find a moment to say goodbye to 2021 and all that it's brought, the good, the bad, the ugly, and get super intentional about how you want to proceed now moving into this fresh new year. Okay, so this video is basically just the instructions for how to use the entire box, and then the second video will be the tea ceremony, which you can play like any video on your computer, and you can darken the screen if you like, so you don't have to watch me closing my eyes, or you're very welcome to stare on. But that will be the second video in this series. So to jump straight in, the first thing to note is that this box is comprised of three main sections. So we have the area that focuses on the ritual bath, which is all about cleansing, releasing, getting super fresh and ready to get intentional. And then we've got the ritual in which we create our wish bottle, which is personally my favourite this year because I just love how cute it is. And with that we also have the candle, and that's when we use the candle spell, and we do all of the sort of intentional work there. Then we have the tea ceremony, and this is a much more meditative, transportive sort of aspect where you can really just let yourself go and just get in touch with your senses and feel really, really zened out. So you're very welcome to do it all in one go, from beginning to end, mix up the order of things, or do them at different times. Like I specified in the intro parchment, this has been created to work either on New Year's Eve, tonight, or for the new moon, which is actually on the 2nd, and in England that's around 6:30 p.m, or this has also been curated with the Chinese New Year in mind, which is the 1st of February, which aligns with the next new moon, which is the year of the tiger, which is actually my birth year, and which is why I've used the tiger's eye within the wish bottle. So everything is kind of curated so that you don't have to feel the pressure to get it all done in the one particular moment. Indeed, any new moon thereafter, when you feel ready, will be absolutely fine. Which leads me to my next point. Really important, this is the thing I stress the most. Just have fun with it. A lot of people, when they start playing around with ceremonial stuff and ritual stuff, get really, really focused on the details and am I doing it right? Have I got the right ingredients? Have I done it in the right order? There is no right or wrong. In my books, anything goes, and what feels right to you is right for you. And the more fun and lightheartedness you can bring to it, the stronger the magic anyway, the more magnetic your frequency, and the more powerful everything becomes. So just enjoy yourself and remember your boss. If you don't feel like doing a particular part, leave it out. It will be of absolutely no significance. Everybody's path is different, so honour your own, trust yourself, and enjoy. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight to it. The first part we're going to focus around is the bath. So I would urge you to set the scene, bring in anything that makes you feel special, luxurious, cared for, in an altered state, whether it's crystals, candles, plants, pets, whatever you fancy. Make sure you can cater to all your senses, smell, touch, taste, etc. If you want to bring some chocolate with you, very encouraged. So with setting the scene, I've included a little incense home-brewed bottle like this with your incense in it. So inside you've got 3 different resins. You've got frankincense, myrrh and benzoin, I believe is how you say it, along with a lot of different herbs from home, with petals such as lavender and some sage and rosemary, all having different protective and heart-enhancing properties. Oh, the light's gone a little bit on it. Oh well, it's fine. And all you need to do to light this, and this will just really purify the air and the space and bring up the energy, the vibration in your bathroom, clean out any of the yesteryear's vibes. and you want to have an open window for this, I recommend that with the charcoal tab, like this, you actually light it outside, because the first few minutes of it are pretty stinky. I personally just hover it over a flame like this one. Oh, sugar. Okay. Wow. So don't worry, it's just been put out by my tarot books. Well done, books. Bit of live action for you. I like to just hover it over a flame because I'm quite used to it, and once it starts sparking, I just let go of it, put it into a heat-proof dish, and let it just catch glow, because it's not quite catch fire. But if you're new to this, I'd recommend you get some tongs, some heat-proof tongs, or something to pinch them with that isn't your hand, so you can hover them over a flame. You only really need to hover it for probably about 10 good seconds, 10 to 20 seconds. When it starts to spark, that's when you know that you're probably safe to remove it. Once it's had a good few sparks, it'll start to spread on its own, and that's when you can drop it into a heat-proof dish. I have quite a few, but this is an example of one. You can use a saucepan if you haven't got anything. Just make sure that underneath the saucepan, or underneath whatever you're using, you've got a further heat-proof sort of mat of some kind, so that it doesn't burn or spoil whatever you put it on. And also it's mucky, so be aware of that. And then once it's completely sort of all glowing and all lit up, it'll go a little bit grey. So this is the part where I leave it outside. Once it's all grey, I bring it inside, and then you just open your little jar and you pour some out. You might need to give it a little bit of a rigorous, I packed them really, really tight. So what you want to do is probably get something to just bang it out into, like a bowl. And then you just sprinkle it on top, and it will start to create this beautiful billowing smoke, and it will just fill your bathroom with the most heavenly scent, and you will just start to feel everything about your senses just brought into a sort of altered state a bit, and you can really start to feel the specialness of the moment. So let that clear through your bathroom, open a window, make sure there's lots of ventilation. Obviously it's smoke, but also it helps clear out the old. So that's setting the scene. Then you've got your bath poured, you've got your bath oil, you've got your bath salts, and you've got your sugar scrub. So I would start with the bath oil. Just give it a good sniff, maybe put a little bit on your temples and on your pressure points. Take a moment to ground yourself and really get into the frequency of gratitude and slowing down. And then just pour it into bath. It will make your bath smell beautiful and leave your skin feeling really soft. And then you can pour in your bath salts with the petals, and it all starts to look really pretty. And I would just take a moment then just to hold your hands over the water and just place your intention for the bath, whether that's, to bring peace or grounding, or to energize you, cleanse you, just thanking the water, connecting with the element of water and the salts and all the different fragrances that have mixed together, and just instructing. Basically, it's always good to instruct the elements that you're using how you would wish them to serve you. So just saying, thank you so much, and please help me cleanse my energetic field in preparation for the fresh start for 2022, as an example. When you're ready, step in, enjoy, relax, indulge. If I were you, I would use this opportunity also to do a bit of journaling. You can use some prompts for the new year. A couple of things, for example, are looking retrospectively at the year behind. What have I learnt? Where have I grown? Where have I been holding myself back? Where am I ready to expand into? What do I need to admit to myself in order to take the next step or move beyond my current limitations? Just taking some time to get clear with where you're at and touching base. Equally, you can just soak and enjoy. The sugar scrub is a banishing sugar scrub. So the way this works is we take off all the grime from the year before, and then we sort of polish in the new skin. So getting an amount, a little chunk in your hand, and just scrubbing it in anti-clockwise as you imagine all of your old skin, all of your old stagnation and anything you're ready to release. Just imagine it all just crumbling off, just polishing it right off, getting squeaky clean. And once you've kind of done your whole body a bit, you can then take some more and doing it clockwise this time. Imagine emerging the new skin, bringing in the new, thinking about everything that you're ready to embrace for the new year. And that's the beautiful body scrub. It's a very, very popular one. It smells amazing, and it leaves your skin feeling so smooth. So that's the bath element done. You're very welcome to do it all in the bath, but otherwise that's the bath part. Letting yourself, you can cleanse yourself off. With bath salts, you're supposed to stay about 20 minutes. After that, apparently the toxins you've drawn out can start to sort of re-emerge. So 20 minutes is a really good window for that. Moving on to the spell bottle. So this cute little fellow, oh, that's not the right lid, is just adorable. You'll have seen it. I can't. So this is a wish bottle, and the way we're going to use this is, if you have a really clear intention, all the better. If it's just vague, that's also fine. But if you can refine it to a few words or a sentence that really encapsulates what you're wanting to embody this year, explore this year, challenge yourself with this year, or whatever it is. Maybe it's your one word for the year. My one word for this year, I think I've settled on alchemy, which is, I've got this as well, The Alchemist. And that just kind of encapsulates how I want to transform anything that is still at a lower frequency in my life that has potential to be gold or to be purified. I really want to take this year to kind of alchemize all those areas in my life. So you can take that time in the bath to really think what you want it to be. So when you're ready, you've got all of your ingredients in your little ritual pouch. In there you've got your sunflower seed, you've got your rose petals, your lavender, your rosemary, you've got 2 little tiger's eye crystals, and you've got your parchment paper and a selenite wand. Now with the parchment paper, that's where you're going to write your intention. And then you're going to roll it up really, really, really thin, and you can pop it in. Firstly though, using again the incense that you've got, or any other smudge stick that you have, you're going to cleanse the bottle. So you can use the selenite wand for this as well. So you just sort of rub it round, you're charging the bottle, and with the smoke as well, you can just let it go inside and it'll really cleanse everything out, just imagining it becoming extra, extra squeaky clean, highest frequency possible. And you want to start with your seed. So this is something that you can do at the same time as your candle. It's intended to kind of come together. So the candle really focuses your mind on your intention, and it allows it to be a sort of, this is where you have the stuff that you keep on you to manifest your dream, and the candle in the fire is where you burn it to sort of take it over to the ethereal realm, the realm of potential, and the realm of the quantum field, if you will. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold your seed really, really hard. You're going to light your candle. These candles that have been dressed in cornflower and safflower are really, really easy to stick on any surface because they're super light. They're intended to be about a 15-minute burn. So it's perfect for your ritual time. You basically just melt the bottom a little bit, and then you can just stick it on like a jar lid or any heat-proof dish, or even just the surface of your bathtub, and it will stick. Just make sure it's really secured. You can always put things around it or put it in a tub of sand. And then you can light it with your intention, really taking your time to focus on it. And whilst you're holding your seed, just focusing on the flame, focusing on your intention. And when you feel like you've charged your seed with all the intention, because this is going to grow, and in the spring you can actually take it out and plant it if you feel called. You can pop that into your little bottle. And then you're going to start creating a really beautiful environment for it. So you can put in the rose, calling in the frequency of love to help bring your wish to fruition. Then you've got lavender, which is peace and tranquility, helping everything come with ease. And you've got rosemary, which protects your wish. It helps ward off any opposing frequencies that can disrupt the easy, straightforward attainment of what you're after. And then you're going to write your intention on your parchment piece of paper. If you want to use a different piece of paper that you've got at home, that's fine. Roll it up really, really tight. If you've got a little piece of string, you can tie it up there as well with each knot. You can just imagine securing the wish in, popping it inside. And then you've got your tiger's eye. So again, you're going to just charge the tiger's eye with your intention. This is a really protective, really good crystal for determination and keeping you super focused. So you can ask for help from the tiger's eye frequency and the intelligence of the crystal realm to help keep you focused, to help draw you back into alignment whenever you go off track, and to really call in the energy of the tiger year, which is a powerful, powerful year. super courageous, determined, quiet, stealth, but also really sociable. So it's great for happy times and really going beyond your limits. So you can pop those crystals in, and then you're going to just cork it all in, just imagining that you've got this beautiful brewing storm of intention. And with your candle, you can actually seal it with the wax. So you just drip it around the corners, and then it's all sealed up. And just a step you might want to do before actually is some of you will have had it already screwed in, but I ran out of time, so I thought, you know what, it's actually quite good to have all the manual bits and do it yourself as well, so no harm there. You get the little screw that's also in there, and you just screw it into the top like a corkscrew, so that you have the little area, the sort of hook where you can hang it as a pendant. So when you're ready, you can just hold it in your hand, keep focusing on the flame, enjoying all of that, and you've got your little, inside the scroll in your box is a spell candle wish to help you make your wish. You can repeat it as many times as you like. 3 times is a classic, but whatever number is your favourite. Repeating the words over the flame. It's really nice to speak into the flame. It feels like you're speaking through like a sort of portal, and I always like to imagine it going into the world of the elemental world. Where things happen fast and things happen in a magical, miraculous way. So you can whisper your intention there. And as the actual, where is it? I think I've got a copy around it somewhere. As the candle spell says, thanks be to Source for my New Year's wish. And when you come to the end of it, that's when you can also just freestyle and say your wish over and over again. And then it's all sealed in, and then you can put it on a string. You've got some string there. Again, if you've got better string at home, feel free to put it on. And you can just tie it around your neck and you're good to go, girl. The other thing you also have there, and this is the part where we burn, is the bay leaves. So this is where you can write the same wish that you're writing on the parchment on your bay leaves. You've got a few in there, and you can use it, separate wishes, separate words, or repeating the same one, or using it for the whole sentence. And you just write it in whatever pen you have, and then you burn your wish on the flame so that you've got the one you're holding onto here in the physical realm, and then you've got the one that's been burnt up into the ethers. And yeah, it's a really beautiful, really fun, and really powerful little spell. So enjoy. Let me see if I've covered everything there. I believe so. Lovely. Okay, so the last bit, tea ceremony. This is really simple, and most of this will be covered in the other video. You've got your pouch of ceremonial tea. It's super delicious. All the ingredients are curated to be uplifting, refreshing, focusing, grounding, and it's really, really special and delightful brew that I am enjoying myself all the time. So what you're going to want to do is, if you have a brewer, that's great. You can steep it in there. If not, I was going to say you can use a sock. Some of you will. I'm so sorry about this, but as you know, I've had a bit of a challenging end of the year. So this process hasn't been quite as calm as usual. So I do believe quite a few of you, all the boxes I sent yesterday, did not have the little disposable tea bags. But some of you will, so you can use those if you don't have a strainer. If you have a strainer, fantastic. If not, you can just as easily use a small sieve, or indeed a sock. Or better yet, you can actually clean the bag that one of the pendant, ritual pendant came in, or the incense came in, any of those little golden bags, give them a little wash, and then you can actually pop a sprinkle in there. That bag will probably give you about at least 7 tea brews, I'd say, and that's generous helpings, probably between 7 and 10. So get a nice little pinch, put it in there, and then you can just steep it in for your tea. Let it brew for a while, cover it up so that it's got a good 10 minutes to really release the flavour, 5 to 10 minutes. Set yourself up in a really nice meditative space. Again, if you want to do this in the bath, by all means. And then you can just play the next video, and I will guide you through a really beautiful tea ceremony in which we get in touch with our senses, and I guarantee that after this you'll never look at a cup of tea in the same way again. So thank you so much for joining in with my Moonbox. I really hope you enjoy it. If you do, please, by all means, leave some feedback on Etsy. It means a lot. People always find it very encouraging, and I love to hear how you find things. It really does brighten my day and make it all worthwhile. yes, I believe that's it. So enjoy. I wish you all the best for your new year. I hope you get everything that you are after, that you grow, that you expand, that you find more and more joy and happiness and meaning. And yes, I will see you in the next video.